Hey guys, really appreciate all the support you guys been giving me on YouTube recently. I've been having a ton of fun in Season 9 and hope I can just keep coming out with videos to help you guys learn this game. If you guys want to use code ELLEON at checkout with Focus, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want to go to my Nexus link and support me with buying some yemas, I'd greatly appreciate it. Love you guys. Alrighty guys, we're going to be going over the 9.11 patch notes before SWC. RuneScape, Rune Armor Bologna. We knew this was probably going to happen. Gnome Chalvamana. King Black Dragon Cerberus. Bless Dragon High Neath. That's pretty sick. Wise Old Man Merlin. Super sick. Dragon Lord Lancelot. Atlantis Leviathan's Gilga. Midnight Waters Yamoja. All these beautiful skins. This Cleo looks sick. Ares looks pretty sick. Medusa, Omega Low. Neon Pulse Freya looks okay. Devilish Charm Baron looks pretty sick. Update skins. Nice. RuneScape event. Dive back into nostalgia as you play RuneScape characters with these new skins, event skins. Purchasing 2 or more RuneScape skins will grant you another cape, and purchasing all skins will grant you a RuneScape cosmetic bundle. RuneScape skins, Rune Armor Bologna, all the skins that we just saw. Skin quest description. There are some special RuneScape event quests that require you to use a RuneScape skin to complete. Okay, cool. Capes. Each RuneScape skin will come with its own cape. Each RuneScape skin will come with its own cape. Capes are new cosmetic items that can only be equipped on RuneScape skins. Multiple ways to collect these RuneScape skins. You can also quest for many skill capes that can be found in RuneScape. Check the achievement. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of capes. Okay, cool. About another battle pass. Cool. Overview. Okay, we don't care. Quality of life. Okay. Bug fix. Okay. A lot of bug fixes, game mode, rank modes. Players and masters and masters will reset at time. Okay, we all know this. This will apply to rank conquest, rank tool. Okay, no changes made to god leaderboards. Okay, no other changes will be made to players' lower ranks. Okay, dual unjust. Nobody cares. The arena environment are changed to Cthulhu's arena. Pretty cool. Extended the invader's curse deeper into both jungles. Haha. Manticore nerf. Red buff holder. Decrease base health, max health from 850 to 700. Decrease base magical protection from 1618. Okay, buffing mages versus red, since a lot of people are complaining about that. But I don't think that's what made mages weak. But that's what Reddit thinks makes mages weak. But general, increasing starting XP gold from level... domination's a new map. Okay. Map layout, extra pass. Okay, this is pretty cool. This looks like fun. Alright, balance. Alright. We're going to communicate our balance changes in this new update. We'll see how players react to this, but just make a pattern going forward. Let us know what you think. Instead of breaking up changes up into simply items and gods grouped by classes or order, we will instead focus on more specific balance goals and then include all the buffs and nerfs relevant to each goal. 9.5 and time to kill, probably one of the worst patches ever in my opinion. All it did was it made good team fights. Like, all right, let's look at the positive of 9.5 and time to kill and the negatives. Positives, in my opinion, is that they actually got to the point of late game where team fights feel more micro and macro heavy because of time to kill. That is the one positive, in my opinion, of 9.5 and time to kill. Now let's look at the negatives. Can't punish early game ever. Not because you're good, not because they're bad, but just because the game is meant to not allow punish. You have 1,000 HP. You hit for 84 as a hunter. including prots, it takes about 70 autos, or like I would say like more like 50 autos to kill a support. So truly, you will never really kill the support, right? So there's no punishment, there's no punishing anywhere on the map. The only time you'll ever see maybe fighting is like around mid camps, and even then the fighting isn't real. So let's see what they have to say. I mean, I can go on and on and on about the 9.5, but I think 9.5 was probably one of the worst patches I've ever seen. There are players who express concerns at every buff they see since 9.5, worried about the effects of that update would be reverted. They really liked 9.5 and they fear... Alright, so anybody that really liked 9.5 is just bad at the game. Right? I know there is some pros that like 9.5, but I think what they like about it is what everybody likes about it, which is the late game team fights, you know? But there's no one that really enjoys 5 kills or 6 kills in 20 minutes of gameplay, right? So I'm not sure who said that they really enjoy 9.5, but, you know. And if you're going back to the high-risk gameplay we had before that, high risk, is it really considered high risk if you're outplaying your opponent? Like, there's chance for outplay. In 9.5, until like level 10 or until your first 2 items, there's no such thing as outplay. It's more like they have to make a mistake to kill. Okay? So we had before that, there are also plenty of players who weren't as excited for 9.5, me and a lot of people, and I've been asking for constant increases in early game aggression since then, me. 9.5 was focused on especially making the early game of Smite less punishing. Okay? The update was very successful at this goal because, I mean, you guys literally, it wasn't that you guys were successful, it's that you guys literally made it impossible to fight early. So, yeah, I mean, you guys were definitely successful in not making people fight. Because we made pretty intense adjustments to ensure that. Yeah, they should just make it where instead of putting the invade curse, just make it where if you cross into their part of the map, you explode. And then you successfully made it where people don't invade anymore. But we'll continue. In reality, the best play of Smite is like some place in between 9.5 and 9.5. Yeah, before 9.5, I agree. The game was the best. The game was way better before 9.5. Completely agree. Gameplay data shows that we are pretty far from reverting 9.5. I mean, you just got to fix it. The buffs we have applied to a fraction of gods and items buffs recently has a small effect compared to a 40% increase in base stats and 100% to the god roster. As we know, as we continue with the buffs in this update, we want to acknowledge that we need to be able to buff gods, classes, and roles who are underperforming. Maybe to acquire a few nerfs to offset a lot of these buffs, and we continue to buff utility instead of damage when possible. Okay. 9.11 balance goals. Here are the goals for 9.11 and the buffs and nerfs that contribute to those goals. Note that some changes might be listed twice as they can contribute to more than one goal. Mage early game. I'm very interested on how they're going to do this. Mages have become a rare occurrence to SPL level play, and in this update we're making some big changes to help and address this. As the primary focus of this update, a lot of other entire sections also affected. Nerfing mid-hunters will function as a mage buff, but mages will also be receiving a set of direct buffs specifically focusing on issues they face in the early game. At high skill tiers, multiple underperforming mages are seeing buffs with a special priority paid to those who are finally. Okay, I literally said this. I said this 6 patches ago to the people that control patches. I called them as soon as they announced everything about 9.5. I said, guys, you guys nerfed every single mage item and character in 9.4. And now you are making it where minions have infinite HP and don't get cleared in 2 cycles of abilities compared to 100 left clicking it. This is going to make mages non-usable. I literally said those words exactly like that to the people that are in charge of this. And what happened? It's like I've played this game 100 times more than they've ever played it. But, you know, whatever. We continue. Priority paid. Okay. And finally, the Morgan will be nerfed as she is already the top. So Morgan doesn't need to be nerfed. Morgan is only good because no other mages are. Because she turns into a physical. That's why she's good. But yeah, well, nerfed as she's already in top performing. I don't think she needs a nerf, but she needs to be nerfed. Okay, whatever. Includes mid-hunter nerfs. Late game burst damage nerfs. Red buff, Conquest Jungle, okay, Bancroft's Claw, Vampiric Shroud rework, stats only rework, Sands of Time buff, okay, so all mage buffs, all starter item buffs. Okay, all these mages buffed. Late game burst mage, okay. This update has multiple early game buffs for underperforming. What's up, AG? Sorry, I'm just going over this. While also nerfing their late game, okay. But I don't know. There's too many words. Like, what are they changing? Why are they telling me all these words? Like, just tell me what's being changed. Like, I feel like I'm gonna read a lot. Like, they should say all of this and then put the nerfs, not that it's gonna get nerfed. You know? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna read over the same thing 100 times. Okay, so late game burst. This update has multiple early game buffs for we are applying an intentional shift here to help these archetypes. Is it archetypes? Perform better in the early game, which is increased. Okay. Titan's burn. Oh, the nerf. That's rough. Obsidian nerf. Why are all these nerf? I don't understand nerf. Don't understand these nerfs. Mid-hunter nerfs, the crusher nerf. But like, you're hitting all of them. You're hitting all these characters. Musa needed to be nerfed, but the Crusher was fine. Crusher is not what makes mid ADC strong. I mean, it is, but it's because mages are so fucking weak. Warrior solo buffs. Guardians, okay, Guardians have affirmed. Yeah, I hate when Guardians are meta, so in solo at least, so I don't mind this. Warding Sigil buff, Runic Shield buff, Sledge buff. Wow, Sledge. This is gonna, I think, look. You know what this is already? Titan Bane nerf, right? Crusher nerf, Sledge buff, Berserker buff. This is a hybrid jungle meta. Maybe we'll see. I don't know what they buffed the nerf. So, you know, Thorns Relic, Hades nerf, some Wukong and Gilga buffs. It's looking like a hybrid jungle meta. We'll see. Support buff. Guardians have also reported feeling the effects of the late game, so they should also get some relief from the percent pen items. Additionally, we are buffing 2 of the most core items right now that make sure they can be tanks their teams need. Fulfilling this role is more important than the item diversity. I'm finally introducing a large set of buffs to underperforming relics that can make a big difference on support playstyles. Late game damage burst nerfs, utility relics, spirit row buff, Gauntlet of Thebes buff, Sylvanas and Shink 10 buffs. Ooh. Do 100 reps. As we work hard, push. Okay, I don't like any of this. Just tell me the stats. Just tell me the numbers. Thank you. All right. So Manticore increased max health from 850 to 700. That's good. Decreased magical protection. This is big for mages, right? Half the magical prots, so magic does more. So physical is actually worse versus camp, right? Decreased shield size from 0. This item needed to be nerfed to the ground. So glad it happened. Increased true damage on minions from 10 to 15. Okay, that's a pretty nice buff. Increased magical power from 20 to 30. Needed it. Removed 5 physical protection. I mean, I don't even know why I had 5 physical prots, but whatever. Removed 75 health. Yeah, they tweaked this item so many times, but let's see. Increased magical life steal from 5 to 7. 37 added 7. Yeah, I need MP5. This item is toast now. 30 power. 7% lifesteal, 7 MP5. What else do you want from a starter? Alright, but let's look at the upgrades because that's important. 115 magical power, 15% lifesteal. Increased physical protections from 20 to 40. Removed 100 health, added 15 MP5. That's a solid item. Increased magical power from 75 to 95. Okay. Removed 55 physical protections, so it's 300 HP, 95 power, 15% lifesteal. Wait, this one has what? This one has 15% lifesteal. This one has prots though, 40 prots. This one has HP. Interesting, really interesting. I like this. I like this approach. So like, when would you get this? Obviously for physical. Then you would get this one when they have 3 physical, in my opinion. Or let's say for example they have Morgan. This is better, no? Because he's gonna transform into a physical. So you'll have 4 physical. Or if you're getting dove by truly only physical. Interesting. Decrease stacks required to trigger passive from 4 to 3. Wow, that's a big buff. Decrease cost from 27 to 2600. That's big buff. I mean, kind of semi big buff. Acne buff. Ooh. 90 to 290, 100 to 320. That's big. 120 to 280 to 140 to 300. That's big. Because anything you see here is times 3. Anubis buff, decrease cooldown from 15 to 11 seconds at all rank. Wow, that helps with early game a lot. Still not very good though, right? Because if you can interrupt this, he's not a character. Increase Discordia buff 75, so 10 damage across the board. It's okay, it's not really anything. Increase the range of deployable hands, entire 45-50. That's nice quality of life. Increase base HP from 70 to 230 to 70 to 250. Yeah, quality, it's good. Good buff. Not very. Decrease cooldown 15 to 13 seconds. A new wall buff. Honor 1. It's whatever. Both lane minions and jungle camps take an extra 20% damage. What? Wow, Silla's gonna be back for Worlds. See you guys in. That's definitely Silla's back. Increase base damage from 30 to 150 to 40 to 160. Increase base damage from 40 to 160 to 50 to 170. Small buffs. I'm pretty sure these are reworks, no? Because didn't they nerf these 2 things? Decrease damage to minions from 30 to 15%. That's weird. Decrease magical power skill from 80. Why would you decrease the damage to minions? That's a really weird nerf. Doesn't make sense to me. Decrease magical power scaling. Like, this is what I think they thought. I think they thought Morgan is one of the higher performing mages. And so we're going to nerf the clearing aspect of her. But I don't really understand this. Morgan is only good because she can transform into a physical, right? So, like, that's why Morgan's good. It's not because her deadly aspects clears very well. Like, what? Question mark. Decrease initial base damage, bonus minion damage, and bonus base damage from 40 to 160 to 35, 155. Very small. Morgan's still pretty good, in my opinion. Increase cooldown from 140 to 80 to 140 to 100. Wow, that is a giant nerf. Holy nerf. Rest in peace, Morgan. Holy shit. Increase cost from 24. What? Like, it's all adding up. It's pretty big nerf. Increase cost by 50 gold. Decrease physical power from 5. That doesn't do anything, silly goose. There's no way you look at these changes and say supports will have better lives. I'm confused, chat. Do you guys think that what these changes are is enough to say supports will be fine now? Silly guys. Same changes to Obsidian. Still strong items. Decrease damage buff from the item passive from 25% to 20%. Okay, small nerf. Alright, this character needs to die. Decrease base damage from 60 to 240 or 50 to 210. That's huge nerf. Holy shit. Decrease city armature stringer from 80 to 60%. Nice. F this character. Increase magical protections from 10 to 15. Interesting. It's good verse. That's really good verse Guardians, right? For physical. So this makes a lot of sense to me. Increase physical protection from 40 to 50. Increase damage mitigated from items passive from 7 to 10%. Interesting. It's good buffs. Increase health from 200 to 250, 35 to 40. Is this decent buff to mystical? Increase the magical power buff debuff aura from 40 to 50. Still small buff. Increase physical power from 35 to 40. Increase physical protection or sex, so you can go 30 prots. 30, 40, 30, 40, 20. What is that, 32? No, I'm sorry, 24. 24 magic. That's a pretty high value item. This is a pretty big buff. Increase reflect damage from 25 to 35%. Increase max damage reflected from 120 to 140 level. Reflect damage from 25 to 35%. Increase the max damage reflected. I'm not sure. I need to see this in the game. It's hard to understand. Increase lifesteal debuff of enemies 25 to 50%. Increase lifesteal debuff. That's good. Increase max damage reflected. Okay, these are small buffs. Decrease detonate damage from 20 to 48 to 10 to 50. Oh, they killed the early game. Makes sense. It needed to. Gilgamesh now gains 20 to 40 HP 5 while his ability is active. Okay, solo Gilga is back. Decrease. Alright, Gilga's back though, right? Look, this item, this character, this item is buffed. This item is buffed. This item is buffed. This item is buffed. I mean, Gilga's back in solo at least. Increase the physical and magical protection of Sun Wukong's gains from 1 to 2 per level. So, okay, that's pretty cool. Increase the duration of slow and attack speed from 2 to 3 seconds. That's kind of cool. Small buffs. I like it. Increase healing debuff from 40 to 60%. Oh, shit. Increase power buff when above half health from 10 to 15%. Increase movement speed buff from when half health. Okay, small buffs. Increase health and mana restore from 10 to 3% to 30 plus 4% of the... What? Oh. That's huge, no? That's insane. Okay, Med's back. Well, Med was already decent. But Med's like strong now. Increase the duration of the damage over time, even from 1. Oh, wow, that's nice. I like that buff. Decrease the threshold to trigger tremble from 15 to 10% of the target's max HP. Increase the duration. Damn, doubling the duration. This item is low-key crazy. Increase movement speed from 20 to 25%. Nice. Okay, nice. Small buff. Decrease the duration of the effect from 4 seconds to 3 seconds. Increase the percent current health damage from 5 to 8%. Increase the total damage to 20. Whoa. This is a nice buff. Decrease the cost from 25 to 2400 gold. That's cheap. Spirit Robe is cheap now. Increase the number of stacks in this item from 50 to 55. Nice. Yeah, I like this change a lot. This is my favorite change of the whole thing. Its ability now increases to 1 CDR level 15 instead of level 17. Nice. I like that. It's big buffs. Decrease cooldown from 16 to 12 to 15 to 11. Nice. Small. Decrease cooldown from 16 to 14. Small Jing 10 buff. Gilded. Increases attack speed from successfully getting the killing blow on a marked target, 25% extra. Increase the mana restore 20 to 30, small buffs. Increase the attack speed from successfully getting the killing blow, small buffs. Increase physical power from 40 to 45, small buff. Increase the attack speed effect on this from 15 to 35 to 25 to 35. Wow. Increase the effect of section 3 from an increased 25% to an increased 35%. Nice. Increase the base damage from 50 to 130 to 50 to 150. Late game stronger. Increase physical power gain per pouch from 6 to 10. Increase max from 24 to 40. Nice buff. Increase base damage from 70 to 250 to 85. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Increase Eagle's eye shots basic attack scaling 110 at all ranks. Nice. Increase the duration. Increase the duration of the banner from 4 to 6 seconds all ranks. Small buffs. These are small buffs, but still nice. Adjust its ability so that ASTRAL gets some additional immunity frames after hitting an enemy god with Jolt. Yes, it needed to happen. It needed to happen. Hello, Stacy. How you doing? Decrease cost from 2650 to 2500. Increase lifesteal 10 15. Titans is still better, I believe. Unless you're literally buying it for the lifesteal. Increase dot damage, physical power scaling from 20% to 25% a tick. Increase power scaling 70%. Still small. Still small changes. My overall thoughts is nothing changed realistically. I'm trying to think. Okay, this was big. The mage buffs were big. Everything else seems pretty fairly. Oh, the Scylla one. Scylla change is huge.